Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a foundation wear test on a brand new one from Marc Jacobs. This is the Shameless Youthful Look 24-Hour Foundation. We are hearing 24-hour a lot lately, so I'm going to wear this as long as possible and see how it works out. This is not a first impressions for me. I have already tried this out several times. I'm trying it out a little bit differently today, but I do already have like my impressions already made. I'm going to see if anything changes, but I'm going to wear it throughout the day and see how it lasts. It comes in this little squeezy tube. When I first got it, I was like, this is tiny, but it actually has 1.08 fluid ounces, so more than average, and it retails for $46, and it comes in a nice range of shades. I got mine from Sephora, so I'm going to read from their website. It says that it is a medium coverage. 100% agree with that. The skin type: sensitive, normal, dry, combo, and oily. I hate it when they do that because I feel like foundations are definitely geared towards at least one or the other. Combination, usually most people can get away with, but dry and oily though, that gets on my nerves. It says it's an innovative medium buildable foundation with 24-hour wear and first to market flashback free SPF 25 for a youthful look. I don't know. We're gonna have to check that one out. I don't usually do flash tests, but I will for this one. I'm an NC20 in MAC foundations. The Studio Fix in NC20 can be a little bit dark, but the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof in NC20 is exact. So this foundation for me pretty much goes right on par with the waterproof foundation, and the shade I got is Light Y210. Let's go ahead and get into the demo. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what I already have on my face. So I have the double Tenseur from Sisley. The first few times I tried this foundation, I didn't wear a primer all over. So I want to see how it works with this. I put this on all over. I put it on my nose, and then I put the excess on my pores, but I always go in with like a paper towel and dab off anything after everything has settled so that I don't become too oily. And then I put a dot of MAC Skin Refine Zone on both sides of my pores, and I finished off with the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. This only goes on the pore area. I'm going to shake up the foundation. The shade I have is Y210, and I'm going to put a little bit on my Petri dish. Linda Hallberg sponge, and I'm going to start popping this on. I always say that. I'm just going to pop it on. I don't really smell anything, at least nothing strong. And this goes on so beautifully. I noticed the first few times I wore this that immediately when I put it on, I really enjoyed the way it looked. It almost looks like a hybrid of a gel and a traditional like watery liquid foundation. It's not thick at all, but it's not super runny either. It's like in between. One thing I noticed every single time I have worn this is that it starts to gather around my nose. I don't like that. So I'm going to take special care and take the tip of my blender and just pick up anything that might be excess. This goes on as a nice satin, and then it kind of dries to in between. So it's not fully matte, but it's not really a satin either. It's very different from really anything that I can think of in my collection. The color is absolutely perfect. It matches my neck exactly. It feels very light on my skin. I don't feel like it looks heavy. It looks very natural to me. I like the amount of coverage. It's about a medium. I wouldn't build this up because I feel like it would look like the texture of it would be weird. And I think it probably would look cakey if you tried to do that. Everything just looks really nice, but what I'm gonna do is go ahead and finish off my makeup, and I'll be right back. Makeup is done. I definitely like the way everything applied. Everything looks really nice. It's definitely more makeup-y when you add the powder and bronzer and everything else on top, but still less than what I would consider double wear to be. Now this foundation is supposed to be flashback free, so I'm gonna get on my phone here and try it out. Yeah, looking at this picture, I'm not seeing my face looking any lighter than what my neck is, so good there. I didn't even know that was a claim of this foundation until I was reading about it. So here's a close-up for the start off point. Everything looks really nice. I really like the way this looks on my skin. It does not feel dry at all. Everything looks nice and smooth. It's a very beautiful foundation, but we will see if it stays like that. And we'll also see if I get funky around my nose, because that's been a problem every single time. Now I'm about to head to the movies. I know it looks like it's already nighttime outside, but that's because it is raining. I will check in with you guys after I get back. We just got back from the movies. We went and saw Black Panther. Very good movie, by the way. But it's been 7 hours and I have noticed a few differences between now with the primer and the other times that I didn't wear any primer. So I've got Sisley all over. I definitely feel that this has lasted a little bit longer than it has previously. I know you guys are like, what? It's 7 hours? We'll get there. But also, on my nose, previously I had used the Milk Makeup Blur Stick on my pores as well as the Tarte primer, and I would also carry it up on my nose, and I kept noticing that it wasn't looking very good, and it was looking kind of crappy around my nose. So I didn't do that today. I used the Sisley today instead of no primer. So I feel like the outside perimeter of my face actually looks a little bit smoother. Things have lasted a little bit longer, but my nose still looks like crap. Generally speaking, this portion of my face just does not look very good. Not for a 24-hour foundation. If this was a normal foundation, I would be completely happy with this, wouldn't be bothered. But for it to claim that it's 24 hours, I don't necessarily agree. But I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see up close. My nose overall, I just feel like it kind of looks cakey. And then the sides right here, it's kind of building up. It just kind of gathers and settles into one place. My pores are starting to show. I'm getting kind of shiny. Not too bad. I don't feel like this looks bad, but again, 24-hour foundation. And also my upper lip, I just feel like it looks kind of funky. I've got an errand I need to run really quickly, and then I will be back for another check-in. We are now at 9 hours and 9 minutes, and I feel like we have reached max wear time for my personal self. I'm going to zoom you guys in case you can't already see this grease ball, and then we will talk about it. Around my nose and my mouth area just got worse. My smile lines are not cute, and actually had, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I'm like, my makeup has worn off completely all right here. I have no idea why. I don't touch my face. I don't do that. It drives me bonkers. So I have no idea why it just came off up there. My pores do not look great. They're not terrible, but they don't look great. And I can see texture all the way onto my cheek, which is not typical for me at all. But overall, just not loving it at the 9-hour mark. I'm not sure if I told you guys earlier, so I'll tell you now. I am combo skin type. I'm pretty normal on my cheeks. I'm drier on my forehead, around my mouth, and on my nose sometimes. And my pores tend to be a little bit more on the oily side. Pros and cons of this foundation, I definitely thought that when I first put it on, it was beautiful. I like the lightweight texture of it. I like the amount of coverage. It's not too much, but not too little. I really thought for like the first 5 hours it's beautiful, but then it kind of goes down a hill from there on my skin type. I feel like this could work for you if you're normal. Obviously, everything works for you just about. But maybe if you are dry, if you've tried Double Wear and the Forever Undercover from Dior, and those are too dry for you, this one might work. But my only concern is how bad it actually looks on my nose and around like my lip area where I'm a little bit more dry. That concerns me because even Double Wear and the Dior doesn't look that like cakey to me as this one does. This foundation does not set down the same way that the Dior and the Estee Lauder one does. That one you can put it on and it's like you don't have to put powder on top and it's perfectly fine. This one for me, I would have to set no matter what. Granted, I like to set my foundations. It's late, you guys. It's like after 10 o'clock. I'm tired. But if you are dry, you might like the fact that it doesn't completely set down because it's going to be long wearing, but it's not going to be too dry on your skin. Out of all the times I have worn this foundation, I definitely think this looks the best and it has worn the longest. Again, this thing with my nose has happened every single time, so I haven't been able to avoid that, but I do like it better with the Sisley primer. I don't think you need to spend $200 on a primer to make this foundation work. I just think it needs a primer in order for it to look its best. I also tried this with several different powders. I didn't really feel like any one of them looked better than the other. I tried the La Mer, YSL Soufflé d'Eclat, and Chanel. Today I am wearing the La Mer. I didn't really notice a difference with any of them. For me, I'm going to say this foundation is a pass only because it claims to be a 24-hour wear, and clearly it is not. It might stay on my skin, but I want it to stay on my skin and also look nice. My Double Wear and Forever Undercover are definitely my favorites in the 24-hour category. If this did not have that claim, I would like it more. I definitely will still wear this foundation, but I will never wear it when I need it to actually last a long period of time. But anywho, you guys let me know what you think down below. Have you tried this? And if you are dry, let us know what happened when you tried it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!